Adapting to a changing world. In considering the great waves of change that are coming to the world and humanity's encounter with intelligent life in the universe, the two great events of this era of human evolution, it is necessary to understand what one must do to adapt to these changing circumstances. You are adapting to a world where it will be more difficult to live, and you will require greater innovation in your technology and a greater cooperation between your nations. But even here, you will not be able to offset completely the great changes that will come to the way you live and to your priorities. Indeed, what are you preparing for? You are preparing for a world that will experience great shortages of food and water in certain areas, and overall, we have to face diminishing resources concerning energy and even very basic materials that you rely upon and that people everywhere rely upon. Great adaptation will be required. You will have to learn to live on far less. Unless you are impoverished and cannot feed yourself or house yourself adequately at this moment, you will have to use your resources much more carefully. This will change your economy. It will change the appearance of life around you. The impact of this will be very great, and the adaptation will be difficult. Do not underestimate this. It will be greater than you now think. There will be regions of the world that will become uninhabitable, and millions of people will have to flee them. Where shall they go, these millions of people? Will you accept their presence, or will you struggle against them to protect your lifestyle, to protect your own priorities? Think about the plight of the elderly. Who will take care of them? Think about the plight of children. Who will take care of them? Here, entire industries will disappear as people no longer have the resources to indulge in them. Hobbies, travel, art, luxuries, collecting things, these industries and all the services associated with them could largely disappear. What will this look like for you? Think first that you must reduce your consumption of resources by at least 50%, particularly if you live in a wealthy nation or an affluent lifestyle. If you are very rich, you will have to reduce your consumption even more. You should consider that the change that will be required of you will be very substantial. You may not be able to live where you live. Your employment may not be viable in the future. The cost and expense of living will be very significant, and the needs of the very poor will be ever greater than they are today. Humanity as a whole is entering the most dangerous period of its entire history, a period in which its entire future could be determined within the next 3 or 4 decades. As things stand today, this change will be brought about by a few courageous people, but the majority of people will continue to plunder the world and to demand and expect ever greater things. Only a few will be visionary enough and courageous enough to really prepare for the future, and their preparation will make an immense difference in the kind of future that they have. They must be willing to function without consensus, doing things that other people are not doing, making decisions that others would not consider to be important. No one is going to come and rescue you. There is no returning to a golden age in the past. There is no magic formula or secret technology or extraterrestrial gift that is going to take this challenge away from you. Give up demanding solution and face reality. You are living at the end of the age of indulgence. It is beginning now the age that will require human unity and cooperation, and immense human courage and ingenuity. Not the courage and ingenuity of a few saintly people or a few gifted people, but of you and your neighbors. The age of indulgence is coming to an end. Its dangers are immense. Its opportunities are immense. Its challenge will be overwhelming. Its opportunity for contribution will be profound. The great changes that are coming to the world now and the great waves of change have the opportunity to re-establish humanity as a powerful and united race of freedom-loving peoples. Everyone in the world was sent here to serve a world in need, to serve the world in these very circumstances that are being revealed here. Therefore, no matter how difficult things can become, no matter how challenging circumstances become, it has a redeeming quality in bringing people into greater service to one another and to the world. Do not then feel sorry for yourself that you must face such a great challenge in life, for indeed it is a gift. It holds the promise of your redemption. For you are not redeemed in the world by believing in God or by worshiping God. You are redeemed in the world by fulfilling what you came here to do. If you pay attention, the world will tell you what is coming. Knowledge within you, the deeper intelligence that God has given you, will indicate the steps that you must follow, the beginning steps, and all the steps that proceed thereon. It is to build your connection to knowledge that is the greatest gift the new message can give you, for you will have to rely upon it so very greatly. Make no verbal proclamations, but look to your life and look to what is coming over the horizon, without hope and without fear, but with the clarity of knowledge. You have everything you need to be successful. Your greatest adversaries are yourselves.